Hi, and thanks for joining me for this sourcing webinar. We're going to look at one specific job requirement and analyze it. We will analyze the technical vocabulary, we will analyze the role itself, and then dive deeper to how to actually find the specific IT professional. So let's dive right in. So just looking at these positions on our job portal, you can see some relatively standard IT positions like senior Java developer or QA test automation engineer. This is a new one just released. When was it? Yesterday. Full stack Python React engineer. This is the full stack position with Python on the backend and React with JavaScript or TypeScript on the front end. So what we will do today is try a few different variations of Google search instead of LinkedIn to identify good candidates that we could find for some of these positions. Okay, QA specialist, full stack PHP developer. So the keywords will be very similar as usually. Now we'll just not use LinkedIn, but we will use Google to find these candidates. Do you guys have any experience with Google search? I mean, not just open up Google and type pizza in Paris, but I mean to find candidates through Google. Juliana, you were especially interested in this session, so it's great that you made it today, like pretty much every other Thursday for the last year, right? So do you guys have any experience already with search? Zing, Facebook, Twitter accounts? Cool. Goes to Zing. You can also use Google to find people on LinkedIn, just not through the standard search. And the huge advantage, by the way, of going around in this sense is that normally if you go to LinkedIn and you open up the standard search, you will, for example, look for, say, Python developers in Serbia. And as an example, I don't have too many connections in Serbia. I will see few people because it depends also on the network. So say a location, Serbia. I'll not see too many people. Like there are certainly more Python developers than 480 in Serbia. It's just I don't see that many of them because of my limited network, even though I have what, like 25,000 connections, 28 probably, but still it is limited in that particular geographical area. So unless you use LinkedIn Recruiter where you have access to more, then this is quite limiting. And we've seen this problem also with other colleagues who are just starting in recruitment and they don't have any network. We are talking about what, 50, 100 connections on LinkedIn, and then they would see maybe 10 people in Serbia instead of 491. And try it out, guys, just so we compare it. How many people can you see if you just type Python developer in Serbia? Python developer, Serbia. Just try on LinkedIn, the free version, not LinkedIn Recruiter Lite. This will be quite interesting. Just write your number. In my case, as you can see, it is 481, but there must be more people, right? So 481 is the number of Python developers that I would be able to access through this free version. So try it out, guys. Let me know in chat how many people can you access. Just as an example, in Serbia, Megime, you are from far away, so you will see the same 481. Then we have probably a similar network, or maybe this is the whole group, and we are connected through the second Željka as well. Okay, cool. We had, for example, who was it? One of the recent colleagues who joined, he was able to see only like what, like 30 or 40 people.
Jelka also sees 481. That's awesome. That's great. So why don't we try in and now when I'm thinking about, because we all are connected, so I'm wondering if it could be because we share the same network, so we have access to the same people. That could be potentially. That's quite interesting. Food for thought. Anyone else is trying? How many do you see? It would be interesting to try with some new account now, where we would not be connected to the account, so we would not share the same network. So now let's try the same in the LinkedIn Recruiter version. You have 2 accounts, Juliana. That would be interesting if you try with the other one where we are not connected. Same number. Okay. Okay, because now when we, for example, go to LinkedIn Recruiter Lite and we enter pretty much the same criteria, it's just location Serbia and keywords, just the same Python developer, you can see 5.4 thousand results. So there is a lot more people out there who have the Python developer keyword somewhere on their profile, not necessarily in a title like Stefan, but just somewhere, which here it's not in title as well. This is just the typical keyword, Serbia, people, no other filter, nothing. You see, so that's interesting, right? Through LinkedIn free version, we only have access to 481, but through LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, we have access to 5,500 potentially. So as we can see, there are more people in Serbia who have these keywords. But then how do we access these people if we just don't have the luxury of using LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, which costs anywhere between 100 and 150 euros per month, which is quite expensive, isn't it? So we can also use Google, because Google indexes all pages on LinkedIn. So for example, we can try site and we can enter the URL of LinkedIn, or let me just open up Google at first, and I'll type site linkedin.com. So this is the super simple search. At first, you would see all the pages on LinkedIn. You can see over 1 billion pages indexed by Google on LinkedIn, on the site linkedin.com. Then we can also add /in, because we know that people have profiles. How can I open up my profile? Or let's just open up anyone's profile for this sake. You can see their URL address is linkedin.com/in/Dusan Galic, etc. So we can just use this /in also in our search. So site linkedin.com in. Why? Well, because if we don't use it, then we see lots of other pages which are unrelated, like jobs or whatever, you know, some kind of media, maybe some company pages or whatnot, which we are not interested in. So so we can just type /in to see profiles. For countries, we can, it could be Juliana, or maybe even the subdomain, like we saw it with some of the candidates or some of the pages also on the previous page, like here. So ES, like that's the Spanish version, or TR, what's it, Turkish probably. So now with /en, we can see profiles of people, because that's how the URL starts. It starts with /en. So Lauren Paulino, for example, you would see it's someone's profile, founder and CEO. So with this search, site /linkedin.com/in, we see about 1/3 of all the pages indexed. And what we could also do is just to go through the English version. So it's a third of the third, which is 185,000 results. So now we only have those English versions of these profile pages. Okay, what's next? As you can see, we have a long list of all these potential profiles. You know, we are not looking for CEOs, we are not looking for founders. Let's say we are looking for Java backend engineers, ideally in Munich, in Germany. How could we do it? What we could do? Well, I could just type Java and see what happens. It is not in Munich just yet, but we can open up a few profiles to see if we get someone with Java at all. Does Java appear somewhere on the page? It doesn't look like a developer profile, that's clear from the beginning, but the word Java appears in port city Java, which is not what we wanted, right? Totally missing the point. So we need to do a better job now. What we could do is to write also the word developer. But you guys also know that there are not just developers out there, and now we can apply what we usually do with LinkedIn when we type developer or engineer or programmer, and we can do pretty much the same here on Google because the brackets work as well, and the operator or works as well. So developer or programmer or engineer. And before we had how many? Oh no, now we have 4,620,20 pages, which is a lot, right? Which is a lot. We will need to zoom in to people who are in Germany. And maybe now we could include some keywords like entwickler or software entwickler, like we did before, because we would zoom in to people who are in Germany potentially. Like this itself is relocation, but they're also looking for people on site by default, ideally. It's just they are a bit desperate, so now they would like to relocate people. So what we could do? Could we just write in the last Germany, right? What do you mean in the last in Germany, right? Do you mean like here to write Germany, or do you mean something else? Capital in Germany for location? Yes. Okay. Cool. So let's see, Nilesh Bisen, let's just check one of them randomly to see if this is a good profile. 6 years experience, Java backend developer, business analytics, skills, Java Hibernate, that's cool. Master of Science in Big Data Analytics, software engineer full-time in India, and then he moved to Germany. Not in Munich. Did we write Munich? Not actually, no. So how about we just write Munich? Or can we just write Munich or München? Or sometimes I noticed Bavaria. Yeah, so let's do it this way. And Munich or Bavaria or München. $8,000 results. Munich, Bavaria, Germany. This is cool. This is pretty cool. Software engineer, Meta internship. Backend developer in Egypt, lead software developer. Mannheim, Baden-Württemberg. We could also use some of these other destinations, assuming because they may have some counties or how they call it, some regions, which Munich is the city, but probably the county is called Bavaria. I'm not 100% sure. Probably that's the case. Experienced software engineer, demonstrated history. Unfortunately, here we cannot really write like seniority, but how about we just write the keyword senior? Maybe we will get senior people after typing senior, or we could also type senior or principal. Andrei Salavey, Bavaria, Germany, professional profile. What does it mean, professional profile? iOS engineer, no, we are not looking for iOS developers. And you mentioned, can we just delete this and keep in Munich or Bavaria? What would happen? What do you think? In Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Of course, we don't want to go through 20,000 pages, but this is a front-end developer. So that's not really who we are looking for. Java backend developer. Oh, yes. And of course, we can use some more advanced keywords. I just typed Java, but we can use Java backend, Java engineer. With that, we would get more tailored people. Java backend developer, cool, but just started. Otherwise, a good profile. Software developer, junior software developer. What we could do really is just to type Java, say a Java developer, senior developer, enterprise application expert. And we could start introducing also some additional keywords like Spring or J2EE. We know these keywords from before, so why don't we also introduce some of them to this search? You see München. I'll just check if we have it this way. Yeah. J2EE, Spring. So how about I just type more of these keywords? Looks like a good idea. Spring, J2EE, 295. Now we are talking. Now it is better. I don't like thousands of results. Problem solver, full stack engineer, Java, senior Java consultant, 9 years, 9 months, but in the United States, apparently. Michigan, United States, somehow this didn't work, or it is not the current location. Maybe he was in Munich before, but not right now. Let's try senior Java engineer, Germany. Senior Java software engineer, busy studying Java SE8 programmer. A software developer, consultant. Like, this is a decent profile, isn't it? Someone who has been working with Java for quite a few years, busy studying for Oracle. Okay, working as Scrum team, full stack, Java. How about Spring? It's one of the must-haves. He has it. Hibernate as well. Web services. Okay, well, this is a decent profile, really. Senior Java software engineer. On the other hand, of course, we would just find him using LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, just with these keywords, senior Java software engineer. He would appear somewhere, but he might not be in the free version of LinkedIn if we are not connected to a lot of people, and our network is not big enough. So he may not appear in this search. How could we verify it? Can you just try it just for the sake of this discussion? Say Java developer, but not in Serbia. We will try in Germany, and we will see if the first person appears somewhere on the list. 12,000 results, that's a lot. How about just Munich, Bavaria, 1,600. Well, Theo Gülcher. Will he appear if we search for the last name? No results found. That's interesting, isn't it? We just search the basic Java developer in Munich, and the free version doesn't, oh, sorry, but now he's in Netherlands. He was in Munich before. So that's why. We found him because he was in Munich, but now he's not. Okay, so this is a little tricky really with LinkedIn, because the keyword München or Bavaria, Munich, it would be somewhere on the profile, but it does not necessarily mean the person is right now on that place still. So that's a little tricky really. So it's good that we are checking it. You see, United States, that's not who we are looking for. United States, it actually worked better this location when we had just in Germany, or we can try just having without the boolean. No, still the same 297. So in Germany that worked quite well. Probably we could use this approach if we don't look for a specific radius or specific city or a location as small as a city. And in that case, LinkedIn Recruiter Lite is much better, because then you can specify the radius around a particular city, which is just so much better. So just looking at another profile, this is Texas. No, that's not interesting. A senior data engineer, not really. Enterprise application, Greater Munich area, 11 years. Java. That's a decent profile as well. So, I mean, we found some profiles, probably less than if we just opened up LinkedIn Recruiter Lite. On the other hand, this is free. LinkedIn Recruiter Lite costs 150 euros. And we are now searching on LinkedIn, but we can also use Google to search on other pages. And it's really great that Juliana is now, meanwhile, already posting some other filters so that we can try them really quick. So Michal would be one, Dusan Galic, no, he's someone else. So let me just open 2-3 more profiles. No. So then, you know what would be better, even to keep Germany as we had, and then just have Munich, Bavaria. Let's see, 15 results. Okay. Bavaria, Germany, Nuremberg. I should really Google this. Backend Java developer, cloud native. Good. Presently working in these technologies. Creating a smart tool, Java, Spring, that's cool. Swagger as well. Oh, this is a good profile, 20 years of experience. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome, isn't it? He's in Bavaria, Germany. Let's just Google really quick. Where is, what was it, Nuremberg? Is it Munich or what is it? It's not too far. It's like 50 kilometers. It's the same county, but it's not in Munich. It's not in, I mean, it's still doable. The person could just move. It's 50 kilometers, probably not that much, you know, probably not such a big deal. It's not Munich itself. So otherwise, it's a decent fit. Also quite stable, 10 years here, 4 years there, and 1.5 years in the last company. So this is a good profile. Like this is the best so far. Cloud native developer. What does it mean, cloud native? So this is a great profile, the best one so far. Senior software developer, Sedo talent, Java. This is another great profile, Java. Cool, this is decent. How about we try just look for this Suman Mitra, as I mentioned before, if they are in the free version. No, you see, Java developer in Munich with this keyword, last name Mitra, he doesn't appear. But we could try, let's try just Germany or Bavaria. Maybe he will appear in the extended. Yes, he appears here. So LinkedIn really zooms into cities, which is great. I mean, we are really discovering how it works, and it's good to be aware of these differences. For example, when you zoom into a city, then you may want to just look at the map and see what are other cities nearby, so you can cover the whole space. Very cool. So yeah, so this is the one good profile we found. Rafal, another one. Backend engineer, cool. Okay, but now we can apply something similar, just not look for candidates on LinkedIn, because I mean, especially if you have LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, what's the point? This feels a bit harder than just opening up LinkedIn and typing the job titles and typing some keywords in Booleans. This is a nice interface. The advantage could be if you don't have LinkedIn Recruiter Lite and your network is small, then you can use Google to go through more pages, especially if you don't have a large network and you cannot get you know, all these third connections. But now let's go to what Juliana also wrote, and we will see how we can plug it in. So for example, Juliana has the first one. Oppa. Not here. Let's just open up Google. And no, well, I copied something wrong. Yeah, in URL, team Java developer site, code jobs. Juliana, what did you mean by this? So what is the website? Co.de, what should be the website? Did you mean just .de, like this? Just to go through all the pages that end with the domain .de? Yes, without co. Okay, cool. Then it makes sense. I'll post it in chat. Because I mean, what does it really mean, this site.de? It means the domain should end with .de. And we know that .de is the German top level domain, TLD, top level domain.de. So we see profiles of people who have the team leader, for example, Java developer written on their profiles. And we can contact them through this form. So that's an interesting one. What about team lead developer Entwickler? Yeah, we cannot forget about Entwickler. How about or Java Entwickler? Java Entwickler. You see, also freelance map is the same page, but this will be, oh yeah, this is a job. This is a job, so we don't want jobs. We don't want Projektbörse, we don't want Projekte, so we can exclude them minus Projektbörse. Can I do it this way? Yeah. Senior Java developer, team lead, Scrum Master in VN. JDBC, J2E, J2 Standard Edition, Spring. Cool. Docker, Maven, JMeter. Great. Exactly the technologies we are looking for. So there is an option to contact him as well. I'll post, or Deutschland, could be, yeah, we could write Deutschland. Let's see. 271 Java developer. Yeah, so just, we don't have people who are in Austria. Senior Java developer enterprise team. We love logs. So this is a CV of someone, or what is it? Or is it a job description? That looks like a job description. Yeah, okay. So that was one. What else? We could try. Let's go through the second one. For example, in URL resume. Yeah, that's a great one. So what does it really mean in URL? Well, every page has some URL. We can see, for example, on this linkedin.com/talent/hire. If we wanted to go through these pages, then we could use in URL semicolon talent or hire. Or in case of some other website, for example, this one, we can have in URL freelancer profile, for example. Yeah, freelancer profile, that could be in URL. In this case, we have in URL resume. Can you send all URL? Yes. How do I do it? Oh. Yeah, try this one. Damini. So in resume, CV, Java developer, file type PDF. What does it mean, file type PDF? Well, this is this indicates to Google that we don't want to visit just standard pages, but we want files that are PDFs. So file type means file that has that is a PDF, and you can see the indication right here. So all of them will be PDFs. You can change, for example, to file type doc, and you will see all documents. So this is very handy. Coming back to PDFs, resume of Victor Kahan. And we can use some more keywords. For example, Spring J2EE. $6,880. Yeah, resume samples. This is what Victor Kahan, Belarus. Victor Kahan, setek by gmail.com. Yeah. Okay, so let me just type it with Spring J2EE. We have 6,000 results. So how about this one or this one or this one? Let's open up 1, 2, 3. Ming Liang, Gary GE. I mean, now we are not looking for people necessarily in Munich. I didn't even put there the keyword Munich, right? We are especially, this would be great when we look for people to work remotely. In this case, I mean, it's really hard to find people only in Munich. In that case, it's better to use LinkedIn Recruiter Lite. But if we wanted to get people to relocate, for example, from Russia or from other country, like now the job description is open to relocation. You can see relocate to Germany. The place of work is in Munich, but we can relocate people. We can relocate Gary. Probably doesn't make sense to relocate someone from Canada, just as an example. The work experience, Kafka, great, awesome. This now when I see Kafka, this is actually one of the keywords that we should definitely include, because the hiring manager is looking for someone with experience with microservices. So whether it is Kafka or RabbitMQ, that would be cool. So let's just include it there. Kafka. Oh, of course, I'm not a robot. Crosswalk. Verify. Pum, pum, pum. Damini, you can work on this requirement. It is in the portal. So oh no, bridges. Gosh, bridge. So Damini, you can just go to the portal and open it up. It is one of the recent additions. Feel free to just open it up and read a bit more. We were covering this job description before when it was on-site only in Munich. Now they opened up to relocation as well. So I'm not explaining it all again. You can watch the video before to see how to find this person on LinkedIn. There were some really good candidates that I found before, just using the keywords like Kafka, Java, Spring, microservices, and whatnot. So senior engineer, IT, Java, Hibernate, J2EE. Yeah, so the right keywords. 20 years of experience, that's decent. Where is he based? Oh my, what is this, project? That's quite a lot of projects. We don't see a location. The contact will be probably somewhere here. His blog. Does he have some contact details? Java, Debian, no. Not on the bottom. Recent comments, follow. Oh, it's here. LinkedIn, GitHub, about me. Yeah, so we would probably find his contact details somewhere, either here or on GitHub or on LinkedIn. Oh, doesn't exist. No, his profile doesn't exist. Stack Overflow. It looks legit. So probably he just canceled his account, or we can just find his profile with just his name. But I mean, what's the point now, right? We don't have to chase people from the CV to LinkedIn. The point of the X-ray search is to get contacts right away. So ideally, we would find CVs of people who, what doesn't work? We would find CVs of people with the No, so doesn't look like this exists. Probably deleted his profile. So ideally you would find CVs that already include email addresses, right? So if that's not the case, just move on to some other that include like this one. You can see, and you can message the person right away or call right away, even though this developer is in Canada. So maybe he would not be relocating right away, but we can try with Marius. Or what we could do is just to try, for example, country, say Poland. How about we open up Piotr, Matthew Thorne, software engineer, but in the United States, someone from the United States will not, probably not relocate to Munich. Marius, we can see his email address right here. Java developer, Java 8, 11, Spring Boot. He uses Kafka, awesome. This is a decent profile. He's in Poland. Australia, okay. He is not in Poland. It just looked like before, but he was in Poland, but now he's in Australia. Otherwise, great profile, right? He's Polish native. This could also be one more sourcing keyword. So whenever you see a keyword, then just copy it, try it with some little tweak. So for example, Poland or Polish. We went from 60 to 73 results. Piotr was the same now. How about Laszlo, London, full stack developer, Java, Spring, Kubernetes. This looks good. Full stack developer at Lloyds Bank Group. But still, it's in the UK, not the best fit to relocate to Munich. So we should rather target people who are, for example, in Romania or in Bulgaria, or maybe in Hungary or Poland. People who, actually this would be a good profile. Architect, developer / architect with Java, Spring, awesome. JavaScript, create, maintain CI/CD. This is a decent profile, someone who did development even before. IT architect, senior Java developer already 5 years ago at ING. This is a great profile. Really, someone should message him. Check it out, guys. This is a great profile from Romania. Nice. Senior Java developer. Wow, this is a great profile. The best so far. His CV is 10-page long, 11. Oh my. Anyway, that's a great one. What about Anna? Quality engineer, automation test engineer. No, we are looking for Java developers. So this is not the best profile. What we could also do is to try another country eventually, for example, Romania. Spring, J2E, Kafka. How about Hibernate as well? Christina, Nicola, Adrian. Cloud native. Is it the second time today we see cloud native? What does it really mean, cloud native? Hands-on Java development, cloud native, high traffic API gateway, Amazon, cool, Kubernetes, great, Java, that's a good profile as well. Senior Java developer, Scrum Master, senior Java developer 5-7 years ago. Oh my, this is such a great profile. Can you message her, guys, as well? This is a good profile. What about Nicola Petridean, senior software engineer, software architect, Romanian, Software architect, big data, machine learning, Porsche. I don't know. Data ingestion. It doesn't look like web development. It looks rather like data engineering. Data ingestion. No, not really. Not really. Adrian Florea. Is it tilted a bit, or is it just me already not seeing straight? Well, and the language somehow feels strange. This is not in English, is it? It's not even a CV. Anyway, so I mean, this is a decent search. Try it out. You can try different countries. Now we tried Poland, then we tried Romania. Okay, how about we try something else? Juliana, you had some other great suggestions. For example, file type doc, yeah, that we tried. Site Zing, yeah, that's a good idea. It's it shouldn't be with a dot here, but or it should, but then it could be Zing like this without space. It's just zing.com/profile. Yes, yes. Awesome. So again, the site means show me only pages from this domain, zing.com, and exclude all these other pages like contact or about us. We just want to see profiles of people. So where the thing is in profile. What we also could try is just to have in URL profile. It should be the same. Yeah, it is pretty much the same. We had 105,000 results. Now we have 103, which is sort of the same. But how about we look for people, not just Java developer, but we also want J2EE, we want Spring, we want Hibernate, we want Kafka. We have 197 professionals. So let's open up their pages on Zing. Austria, senior Java developer. Senior Java developer. Cool, cool. Spring Boot, Java developer, Java senior. Already 10 years ago, he was senior. Well, then now he must be super senior. Is there something like super senior? Decent profile. What about Alex? Berlin, Germany, senior, super senior, senior Java developer. Nice, nice. I like these straightforward profiles. I was a web developer and then I became a Java developer, and then a senior Java developer, and I'm still a senior Java developer. That's so cool, so straightforward, right? Amazing. So see the whole profile. Well, I would need to sign up or sign in. So let's not spend time now, but as you can see, we found some good profiles. So let's keep it here as well on the list. And what else could we try? We could try on Instagram. No, really? Let's try Java developer group. Okay, we will find groups. Java developer group, Java developer, Instagram photos. Well, this looks like a Java developer. Me middle Java. View in Telegram middle Java. Okay, anyway, this will be some kind of a group account. I don't know, I mean, Twitter probably. just a bit difficult to really get to people on profile on LinkedIn, on Twitter, to be able to message them. So I don't know. I would probably stick to the resume and CV, so that we could rather explore that avenue. Because if we see, for example, the resume or CV, then I mean, usually people have the contact detail on their resume anyway, right? So we would be probably more successful with that. In URL, or we could have not just in URL, we could also have in title. So the title of the document. Let's try it out. In URL, and then in title CV. Can we have it like this? Not in title, just no. In URL title CV, no. Okay, so then we would have to try it in a different way. In URL, could we have in title resume? No. Can we just have in title resume? Very few people. File type PDF, probably not. In that case, it would be probably better to have just developer. No, very few people. Okay, so this is not best. Let's not do it this way. Okay, do you guys have any further idea what we could do, what we could try? I mean, so far what worked really well, just to conclude before we wrap it up, was the in URL. For example, when we sourced the LinkedIn page, or when we sourced some of these other pages, like the career pages or the freelance pages, for example, freelancemap.de. We found some interesting profiles here, and after we create profiles, we would be able to contact them. So this is one way. The other way was just to have the PDF resume with all these keywords: Java, developer or engineer, Hibernate, Spring, Romania as well we had. If you guys remember, we started with Poland, then tried Romania. So that worked quite well. Just don't forget about the file type, PDF. And Zinc also worked quite well. So we just search on the website zinc.com with a few keywords like Java, developer, J2E, Spring, Hibernate, Kafka, in URL profile, because we don't want to go through all pages on Zinc. There would be some job boards and whatnot. So this worked cool. And what we started with was LinkedIn, just to find people on LinkedIn in case we, for example, don't have the LinkedIn Recruiter Lite, and then we can get to their profiles at least with this little workaround, because we may not be able to access them through the free version if our network is not big enough. So then, of course, the question is, how do we reach out to them? But as soon as we get a nice CV such as this one with Albert Laszlo Robert, and you can see his email and his phone number, then you can call him right away. Which I mean, we can just call him right away, right? Why don't we call him right away? Who would like to call him? Shall we just call him right now? Olivier is usually a great cheerleader, but I haven't seen him around today. How about we just call him, right? Is he not in Australia, or that was someone else? Project, Albert, his LinkedIn account. Senior development engineer at ING. Let's just double check if his resume is up to date. Aurea, 3 months 3 years, 6 months. And now he is software development engineer, wholesale banking portal, product chief architect. He looks really good. Interesting that he got back to ING. He worked there 5 years ago and then joined again. So what do you guys think? Shall I just call him now when I see his phone number? You know, when I see a phone number, I just have to call. So I don't know. There is no other choice. Let's just do it. +40 742. What do you guys think? Shall I just call him or not? Is it strange to just cold call someone? 874 854. Okay, let's do a quick poll. If you guys think I should call him, just write yes. And if you think I shouldn't call him right now, then just write no. Mikhailo, yes, yes, yes. 5 yeses, 6. What time is it? Well, if it is in Romania, then it will be like here, 6 p.m. or so, 6, 7. Galia, yes, as well. Okay, let's do it. That will be fun. Let's just see. Oh my, it's so stressful, isn't it? What do I tell him, by the way? I should just think about it. Just the right.
Try again later.
It was ringing. It was ringing for the first 2 or 3 times. Oh, 1 second. Now it's ringing again. Hi, Albert. Hey, this is Michael. Albert, I'm calling you. I'm calling you because we are just discussing here with colleagues. I'm working with an engineering team in Germany. We are just discussing the extension of our development team. And I found your CV on Google. So I was wondering if you would like to relocate to Germany at some point. Okay, and would you be able to, I don't know, explore it later, say in 3 months or in 6 months?
And that is very problematic for.
Okay, okay.
So mainly due to that.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, we can keep exploring some other opportunities. Would you be willing to work remotely at least for some time, or maybe even fully remote?
Yeah, I do work fully remote. Even now I'm working fully remote, so yeah, that is an option.
Okay, cool. So shall I schedule a longer call with you, because I sense you are driving now? So maybe it would be better to explore this over Zoom.
Could you send me details about what the job would be? I get back to you.
Of course. Okay, so your email is albertslobert @gmail.com, right?
It's Albert Laszlo Robert at Gmail.
Oh yes, exactly.
And Laszlo is with SC.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Cool. All right, so I'll ping you and we'll hop on a Zoom call.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. See you. Bye. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Oh my, that was fun. We should do more of this. So he's not willing to relocate right now because he has kids or what he mentioned, but he's keen to explore remote work. So he's keen to hop on a Zoom call. So I'll just message him and we will hop on a Zoom call. So yeah, just more calls. This was a cold call, no prep, nothing. So yeah, let's just get more of this. And yeah, that's fun, right? Like, why don't we just pick up the phone more often? Like, it's not often that people just call each other, right? Like now we are just, everyone is working from home alone. So why don't we just pick up the phone more frequently and talk to other people? Anyway, so cannot forget message him, and we will take it from there. And it was quite fun because I didn't really know what to tell him at the beginning. I didn't really want to go into details, but yeah, it sort of made sense, I hope. So anyway, Albert, schedule. I'll try to get him at least on the remote work. Cool. So that was fun. It's 6 p.m. right on time. So I guess we can wrap it up. Today it was a call instead of an email. But yeah, you guys can continue some of the searches. I posted the URLs, so of course you can just use this as an inspiration. Not a rocket science, especially if we find the CVs with phone numbers. Let's just create a list of it, and yeah, let's just follow up with people. And yeah, exactly, Mikhail, pick up the phone, call whenever you have a chance. Exactly. Recordings, yes. So we record all these, also the previous sessions. So yeah, usually it takes a day to process it, but if you can just send me an email, Galia, because I may forget. So just send me an email, and then tomorrow Sylvia or I will send you the recording. Cool. Thanks, Magima. Thanks, Galia. Thanks, Damini. Oh, okay, Damini, can you please also send me an email if you would like to get the replay? Cool. All right. Also, Mikhailo, just send me an email, and then I'll forward it to Sylvia, and Sylvia will forward you the recording. Cool. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Let's get back to work. Let's screen some more candidates. See you soon, guys. Bye.